Calling this meeting to order. And we'll start with the oaths of office, which Steve is going to administer because it's easier than having me do it.
Okay, let's start with Hope.
Okay,
Get her on the board here.
I'm gonna take a picture if that's okay.
What we're gonna do is, there's something here that you'll repeat.
Okay.
If you'll stand up, and then you're going to sign a couple of copies for
Okay.
Dawn. She's our notary.
Okay, are there two? Oh, okay.
Okay, so raise your right hand. I, Hope Allen, do solemnly swear or affirm
I, Hope Allen, do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of trustee
of the
right,
of the office of trustee
of the Clinton Essex Franklin Library System
of the Clinton Essex Franklin Library System
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Welcome to the board.
Thank you.
You'll need to sign them and
And both
And-
of them?
yeah,
Just need to find a pen.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't think you want that one. So, but I have another pen up here. Here, huh? You got one? Yep.
let's do Gayla next.
Okay.
Or do you have that memorized now? I, Gayla LePage,
I, Gayla LePage,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Secretary
of the Office of Secretary
of the Clinton Essex Franklin Library
of
System
the Clinton Essex Franklin Library System
in the year 2021,
in the year 2021,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
You may see our notary.
Thank you. Can I change the spelling of my name?
What
Yeah.
did I do?
It's L-E, not L-A, but that's okay. I'm fixing it. I should leave it that way, then if something goes wrong, I can say it really
You
well.
can swear sitting
No,
down.
I can stand like this.
Okay.
I've gotten
Oh, I
really
can
good
sign
at
it.
this.
Okay. I, Elizabeth Liz DeFont,
I, Elizabeth Liz DeFonce,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Member at Large
of the office of Member at Large
of the Clinton Essex Franklin Library System
of the Clinton Essex Franklin Library System
in the year 2021,
in the year 2021,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
That does it.
That does it.
Okay.
I know it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we will now have the roll call.
Yeah.
Amandroth, she has to be excused. Allen,
Here.
Bryant,
Here.
Crosby. She's here.
She's here.
She said here, but she's,
Volume on.
She's muted.
Linda, you need to put your volume on.
She's muted. Yeah, I'm muting you. There you go.
There you go, Linda.
Is it okay now?
yes.
Yep, we
You were
heard you
muted.
too.
You were muted.
Liz, Stefan, Brennan. He said he was coming, but we'll see. Dr. Latta,
Here.
Gayla LePage,
Here.
Andrew Lamonto,
Here.
Tom Mandeville,
He waved.
Muted. He's muted. But he just.
Here.
Okay.
Okay. Scott McDonald,
Here.
Sometimes people, then other people.
Steve Navacek,
Never mute.
here.
And you hear everything going on.
Darcy Purick asked to be excused. And Roland,
Here.
we have a
And Minnick.
forum.
And Minnick.
Where are you? Oh, and Minnick.
I'm here.
I don't know, somehow you got taken off the list.
You better put me back on there.
Yeah, I will. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay, before we vote on the consent agenda, we have a correction to the minutes for the November 23rd, 2020 meeting. And it's under the people that were present, and Linda Crosby entered at 5:13. She was not excused. So if you would make that note in your minutes, and then we can have a motion to approve the consent agenda with that change to the
I
minutes.
still move.
Who was that?
Gayla.
Gayla. Okay, thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay,
Who's second?
Linda.
Okay.
motion has been made and seconded that we approve the consent agenda with the change to the minutes. All those in favor, please signify by either raising your hand or saying aye.
Aye.
Motion, wait, anybody voting against it? Any abstentions? Motion carried. Public comment period. Is there any public there?
Dawn,
Hi, Dawn.
It's good to see you all. That's my comment.
Thank you. Okay, then communications. Do we have any?
yeah, we have one. This was received by, Anne Jobin Picard. She is the leader for, the French speaking group
Okay.
that, is on Monday from 3 to 4.
Hi, dear.
And,
Thank you.
one of her people that's in the class, thank you for the French meeting classes. You are an extraordinary teacher / leader. It is a great experience every week, and it is great to be a part of this group. Thank you very much, Jerry and Nancy Perry. In the beginning, they had it all in French, but she translated it for us.
Tell her merci.
Okay, I will.
Thank you. Any other communications?
Nope.
President's remarks. Okay, let's see. It's that time of year again when I remind you that we should join the leadership committee and make a contribution to CEFLS. Last year, the contributions from the leadership committee went for ebooks, I believe.
Yes.
And we're starting a new year, so it's time for a new donation. And you can donate as little or as much as you can afford. Our main goal is to have everybody on the board make a contribution, thereby showing leadership and hoping that we impress other people and they want to do it too. So that's the purpose of the leadership campaign. We also have our, I don't know what it's called, I can't remember. When we remember people on the board when something goes wrong.
No.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
The Sunshine Fund.
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's plenty of money in there.
But we haven't spent anything.
Yeah, we haven't spent anything. So there's plenty of money in there. So unless you really have a great desire, you don't have to make a donation to that this year. At least not at this point. And also, I would like you all to look through the committees and which committees you're assigned to, and let us know if you want to change committees, if you want to join committees, if you want to quit committees. Michael would like to get that finalized so that he can get it out to the next meeting. So you have a list of the committees and all the people on them. And that's all I have. Next is
the question.
Okay.
Can you email out the committee list that you have?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Okay. Next is the Plattsburgh Public Library report.
Hi, everybody. Just a couple quick things. We were grateful that
The Plattsburgh Common Council put some money back into our funding for this year. So we met the 5% guidelines for New York State. So we don't anticipate losing any of that state funding. And that will allow us to balance the budget. And then the revised CLDA budget that's before you, once we get that, then our 2020 budget will balance as well. So that's important. And then just a quick aside, we had some book budget money left near the end of the year. And so we took the $7,000 and purchased ebooks for the benefit of everyone in the system with that money. So combination of kids, young adults, and adults. I think that's really all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ann. Any questions for Ann?
Do we need to vote on accepting the new CLDA money?
We will do that under new business.
Okay.
Director's report. Thank you, Ann.
Well, I had some things that I included in the written report. If you have any questions about those, I'd be happy to answer them. We did extend an offer to an individual for the administrative assistant. Her name is Brenda Mooney, and she has about 15 years of administrative assistant type duties that she has done. She was born and raised here, but she's been off around the country for jobs. But now she's back. We've offered to her a $35,000 a year offer, and she will start on Monday.
Oh, good.
1st of February. So
Good.
yeah, Michael's breathing a big sigh of relief.
I bet he is. Is she a notary?
I don't think so.
Not yet, but
But
will be.
we'll get her into that.
Yeah,
Okay. Just checking.
I thought of that too, Lisa.
It's handy to have one.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
yes, it is.
In the written report, I ended with a question, and I'm just trying to get it out there before it becomes a urgent matter. As you know, in 2020, in October 2020, Governor Cuomo established Juneteenth as a state holiday. And we're not having a union negotiation this year. So it hasn't been brought up in that direction. But I'm just wondering what the board's direction on whether CEF will observe that or not.
Tom, could you answer that?
It's my personal opinion that we should observe it. As
Mine
far
too.
as contractual, I don't think that matters that much if we just go ahead and say, yes, we're observing that state holiday.
Okay.
Is this going to, I haven't kept up with it. I know that it was proposed. I don't really know what the official steps are for designating something as a state holiday. Does our contract state specifically that all state holidays will be observed, or how is that, or does it spell them out individually?
I don't have a contract in front of me. I can't tell you.
And
I know state workers, and the state will be observing it for their state employees.
Governor Cuomo kind of made it a holiday in 2020 by proclamation. But in October, legislation was actually passed and he signed it into law. So it is now an official state holiday.
Okay, I think we could solve this problem if somebody wants to make a motion to add that to our official holiday list.
I'll make that motion that we add June 19th to our official state holiday list that's observed.
Any second?
I'll second.
That was Nikki.
Yep.
And I saw a hand over there.
Steve.
Okay, Steve. And is there any further discussion?
This is Dorothy, just showing my ignorance of contract negotiations. Is this something that we do take to the bargaining unit before we officially implement it? Again, I don't know how this works.
I really don't think we have to, because we're giving them an extra day. It's not taking something away from them.
It's a
I
benefit.
think you're right. Right now,
Benefit.
we're kind of working without a contract. We've just kind of extended what was there because of the COVID situation. We didn't negotiate a new contract this year. So it's kind of a hangover.
We agreed with the union not to negotiate until
Right.
things are stable. The contract was not rolled over. That would require legal work, which is a waste of money. So we're just working without a contract, which basically means everything in the contract stays intact, no raises at this point.
I don't think it's a problem to add a holiday.
No, and state employees are gonna have it anyway, so.
I just,
Probably good courtesy to at least notify the union.
Yeah,
Right.
well, we could add to our motion with the approval of the union.
Can't
Right.
imagine.
I can't imagine there'll be any issues with it, but you're right. I think that covers our bases. If we contact the union, let them know we're doing it, and then it's gonna trickle down through them too, so.
So who made the motion?
I did.
Tom
Is it
did.
okay if we change that?
I accept that amendment to the motion.
Who seconded the motion?
Nikki?
Is it okay if we change that, Nikki? She says yes. Okay, then that's the motion now. So we have a motion to add this to our official list of holidays with the approval of the union. All those in favor, please signify by either raising your hand or saying aye.
I
Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried. Continuing on with the director's report.
The only other question that I'd like some direction on, and I don't know how pertinent it will be, but do we want to make it that when the vaccine for COVID is available, that employees are required to get it? Or are we going to leave that up to them?
I don't think you can require it.
You can require it with exceptions, as long as they have a religious or health reason to reject it. That's the understanding that I have. Personally, I think I'd rather leave it with the individual.
I would also like to leave it with the individual.
I have a problem with that.
Okay.
I think that puts our other employees at risk. You know, I think we should get some direction from the state in terms of, you know, that situation.
The only thing that I would say is because of the close proximity in the office. I mean, if this was a large place, I would say no, but I just wonder with the close proximity in the office, if it's infringing on rights, I don't want anybody to get upset about it, but I think that we can ask people because of our limited space is the only thing that's the main reason that I'm saying I think we could get around, you know.
The only thing I've read, and, you know, I know it sounds quite cavalier. We can't make somebody get the virus. However, we can say you can't work in this environment unless you do.
Right. And I agree with Steve that, maybe let's try to get some direction, because I see a couple of things going on. Number one, I don't know how long it will be before some of the employees will be on the list available. It might be many, many months from now. So to state right now that you have to get the vaccine when it may not be available to some people for several months is a little thing. But I also can see along what Steve is saying that, to me, this is a little bit like requiring, kids to get a vaccine for smallpox before they go to school. If you're in a certain area, it's a public health issue.
I agree with everything everybody said. I just don't want us to take any step that's not legal. So Steve, you need to check into that.
I will check into that.
I have a related question. Steve, do you know why librarians were not included in Group 1B for vaccines? Doesn't
Because
make much
nobody
sense
thinks
to
of
me.
librarians.
Pardon me?
Nobody thinks of librarians. They're just there. There is a strong push right now from NYLA to get us categorized somewhere, even if it's not the 1B, so that we know when we can expect to have those shots made available.
Well, I could contact Assemblyman Jones on our behalf. If somebody else would like to contact Senator Steck.
I don't know him at all. I know Billy, but I don't know him.
Contact them with what? To ask for some direction or to ask?
To ask them to pressure the state to put librarians on the list.
They should be on the list.
The director can do that. The director can contact the senator.
I can.
Okay, I'll contact Assemblyman Jones.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Welcome.
Thank you, Steve. Anything further, Steve?
Nope.
Any questions for Steve?
Before we go on, can I have the name again of the new administrative assistant?
Brenda Mooney.
What is it?
Brenda Mooney.
Mooney.
Mooney, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we have no financial reports today because Michael was busy doing too many things.
Can I say something, Lisa?
Yes, you can.
I just wanted to tell everyone the annual reports for the member libraries and the public system opened last Friday. They gave us another month to finish them. They're due April 1st. I'm asking the member libraries to get them to me by March 15th so I can do my checking, and also the consultants can help me do the checking, and hopefully we can be close to the first library system to get ours in and the member libraries in this year.
Okay.
We held a kind of a kickoff seminar for our member libraries on the annual report. We had 22 of the 30 libraries attend one of the two sessions.
Right.
So
Good.
we felt pretty good about that.
Good. Anyway, Michael didn't have time, but he's planning to get the financials out to us by this Friday. That's his hope. And we will have them for the February meeting. Any other questions for Michael? Okay, on to committee reports. Do we have any committee reports?
I don't think so.
Not that I know of.
Okay, then we're moving on really quickly to unfinished business. There's nothing on my agenda that says it's unfinished business, so unless somebody's got something. we will move on to new business. And in this, we have the Central Library Development Aid Budget for 2020 Amendment Agreement. It is basically the same amount of money as the previous amendment that we did, but they have restructured where the money is being spent. So I need a motion to approve the figures adjusted due to the 26.3% cut in New York State. And it was requested, this change was requested on December 17th, 2020. So I need a motion to accept that.
I'll move it. Nikki,
I'll second it, Gayla.
Any questions?
I just wanted to say, what was changed was there was two databases, Syndetics, which is a part of Cersei Dynex, that was taken out for about $3,500, and then Niche Academy. That is a subscription to different videos and different resources that can help people, learn like Facebook or Excel. It's videos, and it wasn't as popular. Is that correct, Steve? Is that why?
Yeah, per use, the numbers really didn't support keeping those. The Syndetics contract becomes moot when we switch over to the new ILS, since the configuration that we're getting includes that.
And one of the other things was they did a big weeding because the previous one had, all the quote unquote salaries that were paid for the year, and we know that Plattsburgh Public was closed for a time, so we had to restructure how the money was to be spent, and gave it to us, and thank her for that. And that is all. That really are the big changes to that funding stream.
Any questions? All those in favor of the motion to approve the new request, please signify by saying aye or waving your hand in the air.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Anybody abstaining? Motion carried.
Lisa, who do you want to sign that? It has your name on it. I didn't know. if
I'm
you
going to
would
be there. I'm
Huh?
going to come over there tomorrow morning. I'll sign it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, our only other item of business is the bank resolution for the 2021 check signers. If you happen to be there today, please sign it. If you're one of the people who's on that list, please make arrangements to get there and sign it. And or meet Michael someplace and sign it, whatever works. It's just paperwork for the bank. So we need a motion to approve the corporate authorization resolution for check signers for the year 2021.
I'll make motion. It's nobody else.
And Scott seconds. So that was Gayla?
Yep.
Okay, Gayla made the motion and Scott seconded. Any discussion?
Is there a, I saw the list, is there a, I guess a procedure, go to the person on top, the president, and if not available, you work your way down? Is that how it works?
I believe, go ahead.
No, after you, Lisa.
I was going to say, I believe basically any two of the people on there would be okay to sign it.
Yeah, if Steve's not here, I try to get whoever is available, and we can meet somewheres to, and we rarely have had to do this.
Okay, I was just curious.
Okay. Any other questions? All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye or raising your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carried. Does anybody have anything else for the good of the library system? Or for the good of the people on this board? Okay. I hope you all had an okay holiday, and I hope you're doing well. Try to keep positive. It's not always easy, but we can do it. And I'll see you next month. Okay.
Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Jeez.